Good morning, students. So, today let us commence the new chapter under the heading that is bioenergetics. What is actually bioenergetics? See, it is actually the science which deals with the study of energy production, energy transformation, energy flow, energy utilization in the living organism or living body is called bioenergetics. I think you understood what is bioenergetics. ಜೀವಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ, ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ, ಶಕ್ತಿಯ that means flow and ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ. So these are all actually can be seen in living organism. ಜೀವಿಯ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ, ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ಲೋ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬಯೋ ಎನರ್ಜೆಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ನ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಓದ್ತೇವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಡಿ ವೆದರ್ ಅನಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಆರ್ ಕೆಟಬಾಲಿಕ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ all energy based reactions. Okay, in the living body there are two kinds of process takes place. One is called anabolic process and other one is called catabolic process. So first let us know what is anabolic and catabolic process. You see, anabolic actually these are the reaction involve biosynthesis of complex molecule from simpler one. Okay, what is anabolic reaction? It is a reaction involve biosynthesis of complex molecule from simpler one. ಓಕೆ, ಜೀವಿಯ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಳವಾದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಅನಾಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ದ ಕೆಟಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಒನ್. Understand? You see, the catabolic means the breakdown of complex molecule into simple form. Okay, and actually these two process, for these two process we can give beautiful example. For the anabolic, photosynthesis is the good example, and for catabolic, respiration is a very good example. Understand? You know very well, photosynthesis means it is the production of food energy in the plant organism or producer community. Understand? See, by utilizing sunlight energy, see, from its chlorophyll pigment, okay, with the help of carbon dioxide and water, they are going to produce glucose or food molecule in the plant organism, and such process is called photosynthesis. In Kannada, ದ್ಯುತಿ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಹಾರೋತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ದ್ಯುತಿ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನಬಾಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಹೇಗೆಂದರೆ ಇದು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುವಂತಹ ಸರಳ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇನಾರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟು ಆಹಾರವನ್ನು ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತವೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಅಂದರೆ ಸರಳವಾದ ಇನಾರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ಕ್ಲಿಷ್ಟವಾದಂತಹ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಸಂಯುಕ್ತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಆಹಾರದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ is a kind of bioenergetic. Okay, and this is photosynthesis and is a kind of anabolic process. And catabolic process is, as I told you, the breakdown of complex food molecule into simple one in order to release energy. That is actually, see, for that the good example is respiration. Okay, ಉಸಿರಾಟ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ. ಸೊ ಉಸಿರಾಟ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈಗ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್? ಇಂಟೇಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಇನ್ಹಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಬಟ್ one thing we should know, this respiration process takes place in the living organism for what? You see, in order to release energy. How the energy is going to release? By the breakdown of energy molecule like glucose. Okay, ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಎಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡುವಂತಹ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಂಟು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ವಾಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು catabolic process ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. Which means here the glucose is a complex molecule breaks into carbon dioxide and water, okay, and at the same time they also release energy, and this is called a catabolic process. Okay, now next thing is so for all, see the bioenergetic process, the light is the main source. So let us know so few things about the light. Okay, so light actually is the source of energy for everything. Okay, in nature or on earth, the light is the main energy source. First of all, let us know what is energy. What is energy? It is usually we can define energy is capacity to do work. Energy is capacity to do work. In nature, the energy is available in many forms. Is it not? Prakrutiyalli, this energy is available in many forms. Many forms andre ಯಾವ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? That may be available in light energy or heat energy or wind energy or even electrical energy and etc. So the energy is available in nature in many forms. Okay, and among these, the light energy form the main source of energy for all living organisms. That you know very well. You see, the light energy form energy source for all living organism. But see, this light energy is the main source of energy, and it is not the utilizable form of energy. Directly absorbed, the utilized form of energy by all living organism. Okay, only the photosynthetic Monera and the green plants directly absorb light energy and convert it into utilizable form of chemical energy as organic food. That means carbohydrate form. Okay, during the process known as photosynthesis. Okay, see. Of course, light is a major source of energy. ಆದರೆ ಈ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಹೀರಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಬಳಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಹೀರಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಬಳಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೇವಲ ಯು ಸಿ photosynthetic Monera. You studied Monera, kingdom Monera. Those organisms are able to absorb light energy and able to convert them and can utilize. At the same time, you see, all green plants or producer community or kingdom plantae are also eligible to absorb light energy directly from the nature, and also they may convert it into chemical energy. Okay, and through that, so they are able to produce their food in the form of carbohydrate molecule. Okay, so ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ಕೋಬಹುದಾಗಿದೆ. Now come to the one more thing is bioenergy. What is actually bioenergy? The energy present in living organism and their product is called bioenergy. It may be asked for one mark. What is bioenergy? What is bioenergy? The energy present in living organism and their product is called bioenergy, we say. Okay, and let us see about light energy. Okay, this light energy actually the main source of bioenergy and actually present in the living bodies in the form of chemical energy, heat energy, and even in the form of electron energy. Okay, and this bioenergy as free energy, so it is available in the form of free energy. Let us see. You see, the useful form of bioenergy capable of doing work in isothermal condition and atmospheric pressure, this is called free energy. Okay, it may be asked, so what is free energy? The useful form of bioenergy capable of doing work in isothermal condition and atmospheric pressure is called free energy, we can say. You see, actually this was proposed by J.W. Gibb. Okay, this idea was given by J.W. Gibb and it is represented by the symbol by capital G. Okay, capital G, and units of G is expressed in calories or kilocalories, right? Okay, let us see the two types of reaction. So the types of reaction, so in free energy, actually there are two kinds of reaction. One is called exergonic reaction and the other one is called endergonic reaction. What is actually the exergonic reaction? You see, the free energy releasing biochemical reactions in the cells are called exergonic reaction. What is exergonic reaction? The free energy releasing biochemical reactions in the cells are called exergonic reaction. For example, oxidation of ATP molecule. You see, when oxidation of ATP molecule or when undergo ATP molecule, see, oxidation, they form, see, ADP and PI, inorganic phosphate molecule. At the same time, they release some free energy. It's a kind of reaction we may call it as a exergonic reaction. That means during oxidation process, the free energy is going to release. Understand? And so at the same time, you see, free energy utilizing biochemical reaction in the cells is called endergonic reaction. For example, synthesis of ATP molecule. Okay, so here what happened? See, the ADP and inorganic phosphate. So by utilizing some free energy, they are going to form ATP, and this is actually energy utilizing reaction. That is why it is called endergonic reaction. Okay, so these are the two important free energy reaction. In one reaction, energy is going to release, which can be called as exergonic, and in another reaction, energy is going to utilize. Okay, that is called endergonic. Okay, and now next thing is ATP. So ATP means they are called energy coin or energy currency. Okay, so ATP as a energy currency or energy coin of the cell. Understand? So this ATP molecule is regarded as energy currency or coin of the cell because in living cell the ATP molecules utilized for the source of energy, just like person utilizes money in his pocket for his needs. ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೇಬಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಸಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮಿಷ್ಟ ಬಂದಾಗೆ ಬಳಸ್ತೇವೋ, ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ATP ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ತಾವು ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಏನಿದೆ ಈ ATP ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಿ? ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ATP ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ energy is stored in a phosphate bond. Okay, so in the phosphate bond, so you may see this one ATP actually made up of 3 phosphate molecule with their linkage. Okay, and so this ATP, so when undergo exergonic reaction, that is going to one molecule of ATP when undergo exergonic reaction release 7.3 kilocalorie of free energy. Okay, and now next is the biosynthesis of ATP. Okay, the process of biosynthesis of ATP is called phosphorylation, we say. So this is also asked for 1 mark. What is phosphorylation? You see, the phosphorylation is a biosynthesis of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate molecule is called phosphorylation, we can say, or simply the biosynthesis of ATP. Okay, is called phosphorylation. Okay, and so the next is photosynthesis. What is actually photosynthesis? It is an anabolic process, anabolic reaction involve biosynthesis of carbohydrate like glucose in the green plant is called photosynthesis. Okay, this synthesis of carbohydrate or glucose out of carbon dioxide and water by green plants utilizing light energy is known as photosynthesis. Okay, it can be represented by a chemical equation, that is 6CO2 plus 6H2O, arrow mark light, and in the presence of chlorophyll pigment. So C6H12O6, that is glucose molecule, plus 6H2O plus 6O2. Okay, so this is actually, see, the equation representing photosynthesis process. Okay, so now come to the, so what is called that is the ultrastructure of chloroplast. So you know very well, chloroplast is regarded as the photosynthetic apparatus of the plant cell. Okay, it is actually pigment. So this pigment going to see operate the photosynthesis process or program. It is the green plastic. So the chloroplast is a green plastic present in mesophyll region of the leaf. Okay, so a typical chloroplast is a discoid in shape, measuring about 4 to 10 micron meter in diameter and 1 to 3 micron meter in thickness. So it is bounded by two selectively permeable membrane. Each membrane is about 70 degree angstrom thick and encloses a proteinaceous granular matrix called stroma. Okay, you can watch, you may are observing. So there is a ground substance within the stroma, within the membrane. So, and that is called stroma, and in this stroma we may see the presence of DNA molecule, RNA molecule, ribosome, so then many enzymes and also grana. Okay, so grana. Actually, what is grana? These are the membrane bounded flattened sacs derived from the inner membrane of the chloroplast. Okay, and these grana are interconnected by stroma lamellae or Fred channel. Okay, each granum consists 2 to 40 flattened sac called grana lamellae or thylakoid. Okay, the membranes of grana lamellae and stroma lamellae contain photosynthetic pigment, and these pigments may include green pigments, so and also as orange yellow color pigment. The green pigments are called chlorophyll pigment, and orange yellow color pigment are called carotenoids. Okay, the chlorophyll pigment usually called as a green pigment, and carotenoid include both orange and yellow pigment. Okay, so this is about the pigment of the leaf. Okay, next is the function. The function of the chlorophyll pigment. Actually, the chlorophyll pigment take part in the photosynthesis, where light reaction of photosynthesis takes place in grana part and dark reaction in stroma part of the chlorophyll pigment. Okay, where actually light reaction takes place in a grana part, grana or granum, and the dark reaction takes place in a stroma part. Actually, my dear student, the photosynthesis process includes, it is actually a complex process and includes light reaction and dark reaction. The light reaction takes place during daytime, and the dark reaction takes place during night time. And the light reaction always takes place in grana of the chlorophyll pigment, and dark reaction takes place in the stroma of the chlorophyll pigment. Okay, now let us see the photosynthetic pigments in detail. You see, these are the pigments are the light sensitive molecules involved in light reaction of photosynthesis. Okay, and these are present in the membrane of grana lamellae and stroma lamellae of the chloroplast. Understood? Actually, there are two groups of pigments. One is called chlorophyll and other one is called carotenoid. So let us see first the detailed aspects of chlorophyll pigment. So the chlorophyll pigments are green pigments, and chemically they are composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, then nitrogen atoms with magnesium metal, that is Mg++. Each chlorophyll pigment shows two distinctive structural regions. So first one is called a porphyrin head with magnesium atom, and second one is called a phytoltide. So ನೀವು ಆ ಚಿತ್ರನ draw there, so you may observe it. Okay, next, so the kinds of chlorophyll pigment. Actually, this chlorophyll pigment includes 5 different forms. That is chlorophyll pigment A, chlorophyll pigment B, chlorophyll pigment C, chlorophyll pigment D, and chlorophyll pigment E. But so the important chlorophyll pigment are chlorophyll pigment A and chlorophyll pigment B. The chlorophyll pigment A is represented by the formula, that is C55H72O5N4 Mg, and chlorophyll pigment B is represented by the chemical formula, that is C55H70O6N4 magnesium. Okay, so these are about chlorophyll pigment. Next is carotenoid. Actually, the orange yellow colored pigment in the plant is called carotenoid. The orange pigment is usually carotene, and yellow pigment is usually chlorophyll pigment. Okay, now so let us see the role of chlorophyll pigment role of photosynthetic pigment. Role of photosynthetic pigment. Actually, the light energy, that is the energy in the form of minute particle called photon. When the photon of light strikes the pigment molecule in the chloroplast, all the pigments absorb light energy. Okay, but the conversion of light energy into chemical energy will be carried out by always by chlorophyll pigment A, but not by C, B, C, D, E pigments. Okay, so hence, the light energy which is absorbed by the other pigment will transfer to chlorophyll pigment A for its conversion. You see, the B, C, D, E, they just absorb but unable to convert into chemical energy. Okay, only they absorb light energy, and the same thing they supply to chlorophyll pigment A. Hence, the chlorophyll pigment A is regarded as a necessary pigment, and all other pigments are called accessory pigments, we say. Okay, so with this, so some part of photosynthesis is completed. So in the next class, let us see the photosystem or pigment system, which are very important in conducting what is called both light reaction and dark reaction in plants. Thank you.